Good morning. Happy Monday. Child, I don't understand all the hoops that Restream is making me jump through these days to do a live. I don't get it. The past couple days, I'm like, I don't get it. But eventually I will. But right now, and I didn't need it to change now. I got other things that are beginning right now, and I can't, I don't know. And I don't know how to get rid of this moving background. I don't want it moving. I mean, I don't mind it. But I know some people like in viewing don't like it, so my apologies for it. I'm gonna try and figure out how to get rid of it as soon as possible, because but yeah, but what I've tried to figure out to get rid of it so far hasn't worked, obviously. So I don't mind change, but I got a lot of things going on. I can't be keeping up with all this stuff. Anyway, I mean, I try, but whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's my rant for the day. That's it. I'm not ranting anymore. Had to make phone calls this morning and I've been running around like a maniac doing all this other kind of stuff. Been working on my Mandala Monday video, which is uploading to YouTube right now, but I'm uploading it as private because I'm going to add music from YouTube to it. So, yeah. So that's coming. It'll be here probably this afternoon. Um, but a couple of things that I wanted to do. First of all, I'm going to color live in this and talk about this a little bit because, I had kind of like I don't know, a reason why and an epiphany moment with this. But before I do that, and can I put them up? Just close it. Just close it. Okay. Okay. Why is this like backwards? Why is it? I'm gonna get over it. Really, I will. Okay, video. Mirror camera. Don't mirror camera. It makes me crazy. Don't mirror camera. All these things I gotta check now before I go live. What the heck? And then this morning I also had to do a whole lot of data management on my computer to be able to download the videos from Restream that worked on the mandala. I recorded when I was working the mandala. Let me restate that as a normal human being. I had to do a whole bunch of data management, removing things, moving things, etc., deleting things in order to download the videos I had recorded through Restream of me working on the mandala before I could then go in and do the editing of the videos actually, because there's 3 and I put them together. So yeah, so I'm tired now. It's like, is it lunchtime? No, I feel like I did a whole lot of work. Okay, so anyway, I want to unbox these on camera. That's something that I wanted to do, and a normal person would be able to do a separate video, but I can't do that. I've already been through enough today. Talk about distress. And some of the people, the businesses I had to call on the phone this morning, they were distressed too. I felt bad for them, so I've been praying for them too, because I said, there's something in the air today. Let me send a prayer to these people because, so the rest of their day doesn't go like the beginning of their day went. And I'm praying the same thing kind of for me too. Anyway, so these are the distress inks that I ordered from Amazon. I should probably look up how many. Let's see how many hoops I have to jump through for that one. Let's go on this computer. Then I don't have to worry about jumping through too many hoops because I want to give you the price point and everything. And I know that people, lots of people have worked on these before. So, but what's this doing? Have used these, have shown these, and but just like things like with the Pablos, the Caran D'Ache Pablos, and the Derwent Light Fast, all kinds of materials, people don't really, oh shoot, can I get rid of that? I just want to sign in. People don't really, know about them until, they happen to encounter a video that someone uploads about it, or where they're using them and they're like, "Ooh, what's that? What's that?" So I just decided, well, let me just show my unboxing, just so that people who didn't know about these before, maybe they'll catch them this time. So I don't know if I explained that right, but like, if you can tell, I'm really scatterbrained right now from all the things I've had to do this morning. What time is it? 10:40. Okay, it's almost 11. So okay, one reason why I'm coloring today, this morning. It's like, I don't care. I'm not doing any more work right now. I am just going to do something to relax my brain. Okay, so um, I got into my Amazon account, and okay, this is the Ranger Tim Holtz Distressed Mini Ink Pads, and it's kits 4, 5, and 6 together, and it's a bundle of those 3 kits. This was $30. $29.99 for this bundle. Okay, so that's the details on that. And again, these are the mini sizes. They have the big ones. Like, if I have my distressed oxide, I could show you how big those are. Do I have? Oh, I do have them handy. There we go. They do come in big things like this, but I wasn't about to go there. I want to get more familiar with them before I go this route. I happened to get the distressed oxides in a bundle too, and they were I don't think they were as expensive as this. Didn't seem like, but maybe they were, and I just don't remember. Um, Actually, let me see. Distress. Let me look at my order history. Amazon is wonderful, and also it's an enabler. What can I say? We know this. We know this. But at some point, I'm going to stop buying stuff and be too busy using stuff to think about buying stuff. That's my goal. That's my goal. Um, I've been thinking a lot about creating. Okay, yeah, they were more. Duh. Um, the distressed oxide ink pads were, and I happen to have them. I put them all in this box. That's not how they came, but I put them in this box. The distressed oxide ink pads, there's 12 of them. They're the summer colors, summer 2018 colors, and it's $47. I don't know if that's exactly how much I paid. Let me see. What's this say? Review order. I can find out exactly. Ooh, child, I actually paid more than that. I paid $54 and they're $47 now. So I don't know if they're doing that for me because they want me to buy more, which, like, nope, I ain't. But yeah. So, and I do like them, and the videos I've watched about them, I like how they have a more vibrant color than these, but you cannot. I don't know how well you can use pencil over these. I haven't tried that yet. And they do, like, the black lines, that are in coloring pages. This kind of, it doesn't make them disappear, but it covers over them so that the black lines don't look black anymore, which I kind of don't like. It's like, either you're going to cover it completely or leave them alone. But of course, if you're covering something with something, that's usually not going to happen. But again, as I saw in a comparison video on YouTube, which I will try to link to this video when it's finished, um, the distressed inks don't cover those black lines. And that's when I discovered, oh, okay, so I really need to get the distressed inks. I can't just get away with using the distressed oxides. So I'm thinking the distressed oxides I'm going to use where the line doesn't matter to me that much, or where there are no lines, like backgrounds that are really spacious. I can use them there. So I definitely have a lot of things I can do with them. And I noticed that card makers like the distressed oxides because of how rich the color is, and they just want to cover like the surface of the card with it, and they can do that with like one swipe, spray and swipe or whatever. And it looks really nice. It gives them a nice, clean, beautiful, vibrant background. So they each one of them has their own function. So um, but I decided, like, for my coloring books, for like, especially like, with all the images and things, that I needed to have distressed inks, even though I tried to get away with not getting them. I initially bought the distressed oxides thinking they were the distressed inks, thinking they were the same thing. But as you see, they're not the same thing. Okay, so, um, ooh, how did I get in here? Turns out they delivered these last night, and it was pouring rain, but they did have it in a plastic bag, plastic Amazon bag, which was good. 'Cause, um, I don't know what would have happened otherwise. But then they also have it in this bag too, which is good. But yeah, we have flood warnings today, and I'm like, oh brother. After what happened the other week or last week or whenever that was, now that sends off signals in my head. It's like, please don't let this be another eventful day. I hope not. But I told my husband, I says, well, we got to keep a lookout because we might need to bring in a garage opener inside. And then we also might need to put one of the vehicles in the driveway in front of our house instead of the driveway of the garage, just in case. Don't want them getting stuck in the garage again. So, um, this is what I got. Um, and so this gives me time to play around with them, gives me colors to play with, and to figure out which colors I like the best out of these, which ones I'm using the most. If I find that there's one that I'm using a lot, then I'm probably going to buy a big one of that one. But I'm not really, I'm not running out to do that right now. I'm just learning how these work and playing with them. Um, so this is what they look like. I don't know if I want to open. Do I want to open one of these packages? Which one am I likely to use first? Hmm, probably a neutral color of some kind, like this one, maybe even this one. I'm gonna open this one because there's two. Mini distress ink pads feature the. In the glasses. They should be on my face, not on the desk. Let's try that again. Many distressed ink pads feature the same unique water-based dye ink formula used in the full-side pads, but in a convenient stackable 1 inch by 1 inch pad. The raised felt makes it easier to use on smaller craft projects and can be re-inked with coordinating distressed ink re-inkers. Oh, so just buy more ink. Okay, I like that. Distressed ink is acid-free, non-toxic, and fade-resistant. Ways to use distressed ink: create an aged effect on papers, ribbons, photos, and more anytime, anywhere. Apply ink directly to surface and mist with water to create a mottled effect. And that's something in that video that I watched on both the distressed ink, comparing the distressed ink with the distressed oxides. She shows how that works with both of them. And there is a difference with how it works with both of them, misting them with water. Use ink on rubber or clear stamps and stencils for a variety of image layers. This is probably mostly what I'm going to do initially, at least. Me and water. Me and water are kind of like. Um, then blend ink with ink blending tools for a softer shaded look. Something else I'll probably do initially. coordinate with the entire distress palette of products, which I do have some now. I got the distressed oxides and I have the watercolor pencils. So I don't know. It might be something for me to do in my sketchbook to play around with those when I have enough presence of mind to do so. I don't know. I guess I should open them. I should open at least one pack in stack. One pack in stack. Since I'm, going this far, I might as well go all the way. But I actually might find another box, which I know I have, to put these in, like I put the distressed oxides in. Because I like things to be undercover mostly, and I don't like everything all out. Despite how my desk looks, despite all the pencils on my desk. Oh, that's kind of cool. Stock. That's a pretty color. Oh, I like that color. I think I'm glad I opened that one. These are probably colors that I'll probably be the first kind of colors that I actually use. What's this? Which one is this? This is number what? Does it say? It doesn't say. Oh, okay, here it is. So this is Distress Pad ink or whatever, number 6. So this is number 6, the colors in this one. This one it has barn door, pumice stone, faded jeans, and peeled paint. And this is kit number 5. This is kit number 4. And this has spun sugar, scattered straw, evergreen bow, or bow, evergreen bow, I don't know, and shaded lilac. Lilac! I'm going into lavender zone. Okay, so this is how they stack. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. You could just keep them. The only thing is you can't see what color they are from them being stacked up. And I suppose you could put a little label on here to do that. If you had time for that, that would be kind of cool. But I'm probably going to put them in a box. And I actually know exactly what box I want to put them in, but it's not beside me. So that's what I'm going to do with them. Okay, so put that stack there. I'm going to put this in my accessory bin. And I don't want to save a sticker so I know which ones these are from. I don't know how to do that though. Somehow I'm gonna write that down because I want that for myself. I don't want to have to go on a website every time to figure out what colors are in what kit. So that's something I'm gonna have to do. Maybe that'll be a combination, like just sit and swatch and then label and these. That sounds like something I can do at some point, especially if I'm too busy my brain's too fried to concentrate on coloring. And I can't find something easy to color that won't press my brain. I can always sit and swatch and label. Okay, so let's see. So that's that. Okay, so now we're gonna color. Yay! And I probably should get rid of some of this stuff underneath here. I got books under here. Does that give me more viewing room if I remove these? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, what's in the way are my pencils or giving that shade. So last night I started working in Mythographic Aviary, finishing up some of my whips and looking at some. I was looking at this and kind of started that, but I need more colors, and I need to use a set that has more colors. But I'm kind of wanting to use, well, I thought about using my polychromos because that will have more colors when I get that. So, excuse me, I'm going to try those out in here. But what I found really works good in here are the Caran D'Ache Pablos. They work really nice in this book. So it's like, okay, I got a purpose for these. Now this page, which I really kind of, it's given me a lot of struggle, and it kind of looks like a struggle. At least it looks like a struggle to me. Hey Bubbles, how you doing? Happy Monday. It's actually your hump day though, isn't it? Kind of, sort of. Happy hump day. Um, so let's see. Let me see if I can get it bigger, better. Oh crap! On my desk. Well, that didn't work. Why not? This is kind of, I feel like I'm avoiding having to do work as much as possible, and I figure this is one of the days. Monday is one of the days where I can safely get away from that. But once it gets to Wednesday, I'm gonna have to like really get serious with it. So I'm gonna kind of get away with playing as much as I can for the next couple of days. I'm gonna try to play. Let's see. So yeah, can I get some of the glare off there? You can see the gold on there. I was trying to kick it up a notch or whatever. Oh, that kind of looks weird too, but whatever. But I started using the Caran D'Ache on here, seeing if I could like kind of push this out of the zone of like, you're really a struggle page, to look a little less like a struggle page. I used a purple in here. Now, what I noticed, every other pencil I was using in here was not really giving me that color boost. It was just kind of mushing into the rest of them. Then, Pokemon Championships. Oh wow, that's wild. Is that on? Is there a video of that, like a recording of it? I'd be interested to see how that works. Oh, you were off yesterday? Okay. Ah, well, that's a good reason not to be not to stream. I kept looking for you though. I kept putting in my YouTube Bubbles channel, and then I had it open for as long as my computer would handle it without the fan coming on. I had your page open all day, like, and like kept clicking from live to video to see like, is she live? Is she live? And then I said, no, she's probably just chilling today. So I told myself, let it go. Anyway, so yeah, every other pencil I use in here to try and like do something to make this not look so struggle, just kept it in struggle zone. But I started using the Caran D'Ache Pablos, and they were standing out when I laid color down with those. And so I thought, okay, I still don't like this page. It still bugs me, but that pushed it somewhere that I can deal with better. So it gave me a way to approach this page in the future for kicking it up a notch. And it needs a few things, but like, I work as far on it as my brain feels something happening there that's positive, and then I stop. So that's what I did yesterday. And I actually did a lot. I put purple in here. I used a Caran D'Ache pencil and went over what was going on down here, even though now I kind of wish this were white or something, a shimmery white instead of purple, which I still may change with an acrylic paint. But I did like all this purple in here, purple in there. I did some of the blue in this one. I still wish I could change this to blue. I don't know if that's possible, but to all of the blue instead of blue and purple. We'll see if we can push it out of that zone. Um, so yeah, so I had an awakening yesterday with the Caran D'Ache Pablos with their capabilities. And so I went to this page, this whip, which is what I'm going to work on now. Because I was having the same issues where I was looking at, I'm like, why is the color so dull? And like, I can't really see it good enough. How can I change this lighting? This lighting's weird. It's good for me to, when it's good for me to see, it's not good for putting it on camera when it's, and vice versa. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, for now I'm going to show you. So like, the colors were like really kind of, I don't know, they were dull, and they look brighter on camera now than they are to me in person. But like in here, like some of these feathers, it was like dulling out, and I was like, well, I need to sit out on this one until I can figure out how I'm gonna make the color come out. And then after doing the thing with the other page with the Caran D'Ache Pablos, I went to this page and started working with them. And I haven't gone in with the red yet, but I went in on the head because the head was already, it was kind of pale and it wasn't how I wanted it to be, but it was like a first layer basically of color that I had on there initially. So then I went in with some blues, purple and blues, to bring out, you know, the color of the head. And I was like, oh. And so then I started working on these, which were kind of dulled out. And they're still kind of, I don't know why the pencil just got so smudgy in there, the first one I used. But I'm also going to put in a metallic gold pen in here because of, you know, how peacocks are with the, you know, they got the gold in there. So I'm hoping that will kind of take them out of the smudgy zone. And I may also go in here with a black pencil to kind of delineate the, you know, sections of these eyes. So, but yeah, so now that I know Caran D'Ache loves mythographic books, that's probably what all I'm going to be using in them. I haven't tried using the polychromos in there yet, but I will try on that one page with the pillars. And this one page with the pillars, it scares me because of these what are they streams of water or pillars of water? I don't know, but it's water and it scares me. And I kind of have been looking at some things to think of how to do that, but that's going to be a whole like learning experience there that like I don't know, this may not even be done until 2 years from now, to be honest, because I want to do this right. I don't want to just color it to color it. I want to learn something from it, and I want to learn something from it and have it look good, you know, not necessarily be the best, but I want it to learn from it and have it look as much like it's water as I could possibly get it at that point. And I don't feel anywhere near that right now at all. So that's that one. Okay, so now I'm going to color this one, and I don't know if I can. It's really dark today because it's just like really super cloudy and raining. And let me see how I can do this and still see. What's the difference in color from, yes, there's a big difference. And again, apologies for the moving background. As soon as I figure out how to make Restream not do that, I will. It won't give me just a plain solid background like the old one, and that's all I want. I just want a plain solid background with no frills, and it won't do that for me. It's like I don't know. So hopefully soon I'll figure it out. Oh, I never finished swatching them. I gotta finish swatching these. Another thing on my list. Before I start, let me check the update on the Mandala Monday video. So it's 22 minutes left. After 22 minutes, well, and after this video, I will Okay, why is my fan going? Then I'll go in, excuse me, as soon as it lets me edit, I'll go in and add music and upload that. It's going to be no talking, um, video sped up, and music with music. So, so let's see. So how long have I been coloring now? No, but like, this is definitely growth for me. Using pencils I never really thought I would be using. So I think that's growth. I think. I gotta look at a picture of a picture I saved of the peacock, or look at a real peacock, because red peacocks are. It's debatable, like whether they really exist or not. Some people say they do. Some people say they don't. Seems like no one's ever seen one. I don't know. I can't get the story on that. But I knew I wanted the peacock to be red. I didn't want it to be um, blue or black. So bubbles. That's the event goes on for 3 days. And Sunday was the final big event. Oh wow. So can you still see can you did they like record it so you can watch it, rewatch it or anything, or is it something like behind a paywall and all this other kind of stuff? Are you making their money off this Pokemon stuff? You need to get your characters to that level and like so you can make money. And I gotta download your coloring pages too that you just uploaded, because I swear every time I see that character I just smile. It makes me smile. So one of these is orange and one is red. Which one do I want? Normal people would swatch it, wouldn't they? And I could swatch it. What's this one? Carmine. I didn't do Carmine. I did. That's a messy swatch. Hmm. Oh, okay, cool. I'd like to watch it and see how that works. You know me and my feelings of all these paywalls and stuff. So I get all excitable about it. I really should swatch more. I really should. You learn things about the tool from swatching. Hmm. So it looks like I really want the scarlet, not the carmine. So you want to compete next year? Oh. Oh, awesome. Oh, cool. Goals. Okay, see how that, I don't know if you can tell, how that just, mm, that just really just brightened up that section. And just right there, I put that pencil. You can see the difference. The rest, it was like that. Everything else around it. And now it's like that. That's what I'm saying. Okay, these pencils are a keeper for that reason. Like, yeah. So I'm just like, I'm in love. So I don't know. I don't know. I I possibly like could just use them as like a finisher pencil or whatever, just kind of like I'm doing right now to darken up spots or deepen the color of spots that I want to do that with. Um, but then I want to try just doing a page just with them and see what happens. See how they work that way. And hopefully I won't like how they work that way, so I won't be buying a whole set. It's like, okay, I need to start selling stuff, being pro about it if I'm gonna buy sets of Pablos on the regular. That's like what? And I don't. That's not one of my goals. So like, we'll get away with on the cheap for as long as we possibly can. Especially since I want to raise my house and put a new foundation on it. Got to pay the Amish. That's amazing how they did that, though. They raised that man's whole house with them still living in it, and for a few months, you see this big dirt hole, square, really, clean dirt hole, and their house is like ratcheted up on top of it. That was just amazing. So I want to talk to him. I asked, actually, kind of, was trying to get my husband to talk to him about it, but my husband's like, that's not more work than money. It's like, it's for the preservation of the house. That's what it's about. Look at that. Look how they brighten that up. I am just like, I'm in heaven with that was able to do that. I thought this was like I was gonna have to use like markers or something to brighten it. Nope. I can still use a pencil and use the bottom as the pencil that's underneath just as underpainting. I think that's awesome. Underpainting, and that's not exactly what I mean. What do you call it? Giving the just like shading, contour, whatever the heck you call it. I don't know the word. I'm a hacker. I just love that. That is so wonderful to me. Okay, I need my light back. Sorry. Ooh, ooh, how much time do I have? 38 minutes I've been on here. Ooh, sorry. I'm trying to get it at a decent. I'm not sure if I turn my light off, my overhead light off, if that will make it worse or better. I don't know. I need to be able to see. Excuse me. Just praying it doesn't rain a whole lot today because I really don't want to have to deal with any more flooding. It's too dramatic. I don't like drama. I probably should still use some of this orange. It was crazy putting down this first layer of red of these little thingies everywhere. Oh my god. Because there are some places where, like, outside the line, because, like, I just was kind of like, like, dealing with these kind of as masses. I don't know what I did. I don't know what it was. I don't know how I got that done because I was dreading that part. But it did happen. Sometimes you just gotta, nothing to it but to do it. And then I clean it up later, but then also I have to consider the background that I want in here. And then maybe the background, whatever I use for the background, might I can blend in where I went over the lines into the background and make it work for me. So I always think like that. But see, this is the benefit also of these pencils, which I mentioned before, is that they have a small diameter, so they can go places where other pencils cannot go. And I had never thought of pencils, in that way before. You talk about fat pencil, narrow pencil, but I never thought about the difference, like just how they help you get into certain spaces. I don't know. I never consciously made that connection with a coloring page or anything with colored pencils. Diameter matters. Keep hearing my fan going. I can't stand that. Why are you doing that? $10 left on the video. I can't wait to close that YouTube window because, like, I feel like it's making my fan come on. So the key to this is not to put the red everywhere, and that's what I have to restrain myself from doing, is putting it everywhere so that it has that sense of, um, light and dark, intensity of hue in some places, that variation. It's not just flat. And I don't know, I basically am doing that from just eyeballing it because um, I'm a hacker. I'm a hacker. Sit, sit back for a minute bit to see where I need to go. And I think I need to sharpen this tip. So far, this is the sharpener that seems to be working well with these. The ones I have. The other Kum doesn't seem to work that well with it. This one doesn't seem to work that well with it. Was it special O? What is it? Special O diameter? Doesn't work that well with it, but this one does. So got some muddiness under there. Oh, I just realized I probably should eat something. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. And it's time for lunch. I'm gonna watch that. I do that way too much. I gotta really start eating breakfast. This we had so much drama in the house lately. But I've kind of forgotten about it. I think I kind of need to. I was thinking today, I think I need gelato because this wire is starting to bother me from the last adjustment at the orthodontist. And ice cream really kind of helps the wire, I don't know what it is, retract or whatever. But then, like, it's kind of like the sooner I can get the braces to use up the wire, like, to get move my teeth, the less the wire will bother me. And so eating ice cream and stuff like that will help. So I'm thinking I need to get some gelato because it's bothering me lately. It was perfect when I left there, and perfect for like 2 or 3 days, maybe more, and then it wasn't. Like, darn it! I thought this was going to be a good one. I was eating normal and everything. Now we're going into that it's difficult to eat mode, difficult to talk. I just shoved a bunch of I've gone through like 2 or 3. Well, they were half used cases of um, the wax, trying to cover up the spot and everything. And I have some wax shoved in the back of my um, that wire on that side. I have a bunch of wax shoved back there to kind of keep it from rubbing or making contact. But the wax, it's annoying because you can't. Well, I've also swallowed a lot of wax because it's comfortable to eat with it, except that you wind up eating the wax. Like, it's just annoying. So I got a lot of wax in my belly because I keep shoving stuff in there, and I don't want to take it out when I eat because, like, otherwise it's uncomfortable to eat. And then the other alternative is that I don't eat, which I have to stop doing that because that's really messed me up, not eating physically. And now that they're saying that the C19 is kind of picking up, I need to make sure that, like, I'm getting my proper nutrition. I need my immune system to be strong. So, but in 2 months, I will have had these braces for a year. And the goal is 18 months. That's what the goal was. So, um, then after that, after a after the braces journey is over, I have to get my the implant for that one tooth that got crowded out and cracked up, which was what kind of started this whole thing. So, and I think like they put in the implant. I think it has to. Well, they put in the basically it's like a screw, but not a screw. But its functionality is like that. They put in a screw into your jaw, goes into your jaw, and it has to heal for, I don't know, it was like 3 months or something like that. And after that, then they can put the dentist will put prosthetic tooth on top of the um, screw. So it's like a whole process I've been going through just because my dentist at the time did not tell me that my teeth were crowding and did not tell me, well, basically, that was it. He didn't tell me my teeth were crowding. And that's what was like, he should have known that from my x rays and everything and should have told me, you know, you may want to consider orthodontic work because, and this is what eventually could happen. I had no idea. I had no idea any of that was going on until it got to the point I'm like, well, why does it seem like I'm biting in weird places? And then it led to that one tooth cracking in 3 places. And I have strong teeth too. I have really strong teeth. My teeth are so strong that I have, thank God, that I have 2 baby teeth, 2 or 3 baby teeth that like they won't let go. They won't let go, and no replacement was there to come in because they were like, no, we're here to stay, we ain't gone nowhere. And you can't tell they're baby teeth unless you look at the x-rays. That's like through this whole process, everybody's like, oh, those are baby teeth. It's like, yep, they are. And I never had any wisdom teeth either. I always tell people I'm evolved. I didn't have wisdom teeth. I'm already wise. Okay, I don't want to go too far with this, but hopefully I didn't. I don't know how much I should. And this is kind of where this starts to feel like painting to me, which is not a bad thing. But sometimes I just want to do things that are just simple that, color it in. Just color it in. You know, it's all types of coloring, and there's room for all of them. I am not a coloring snob. I've actually been kind of looking through my stash for like, simpler books since I've been doing things like mythographic, basically, which have been stretching my brain, which I kind of needed to do. I needed to do mythographics because I was so scared of these books for a long time, and I said, nope, I'm never coloring in that, not ever. Then look what happened. I mean, I think I was saying that up to the point where all of a sudden I bought a whole bunch of them. I think sometimes you don't know, maybe you don't know or maybe you don't want to stretch yourself, and like you don't have to. Coloring's supposed to be fun. And if it's not fun for you, stop it. If whatever you're coloring isn't fun for you, stop and color something else that's fun for you. It should be relaxing, it should be fun, and if it's not that, don't do it. And I think that's sometimes why some, folks that color, why sometimes we have a lot of WiPs, is because when it stops being fun, we stop coloring. And you should do that, I think. I don't think there's any shame in having WiPs. When it stops being fun, stop coloring. But I also don't like I don't want to be someone buying a whole bunch of books just because somebody has it or this or whatever. When I buy a book, I don't know, well, I guess everybody buys a book with a purpose, for something they intend to do with it, something they want to do with it. And this was definitely for me stretching my coloring um, skills. Yeah. Yeah. Something. There's. Yeah. Yep. And I'm a kind of well, the one thing that made me go to this was to see how these other pencils work in the book. Um, and I think one reason why I wasn't enjoying coloring in here anymore, first of all, like the tiny thing. But the tiny thing, I realize now, part of my problem with the tiny thing is not having a tiny enough tool to work in it. But I still don't see myself going like all crazy in this. But yeah, that Ken Matsuda book is cute. I like it. It's pretty. Um, yeah, I still feel that thing about drawing. There's like I keep looking at some books and I'm thinking, no, you probably could draw that if you applied yourself. And it just, I actually took out two drawing books out of what I have here to like keep them on on hand, like ready to start working in because me, it's like slow. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. It's like a long build up. But I did take them out to just for me to just do a daily thing. Um I don't know. I feel it. It's in the works because I really do um and I may start coloring in my sketchbook, coloring and painting in my sketchbook. That's something that I feel may be happening by the end of the year, if not, before whatever. But that means the same thing, doesn't it? By the end of the year, whatever. But yeah, because I think I keep another thing I do with coloring books. I look at them as like, is that something I would like to draw or learn how to draw? Um, like if I drew a peacock, what would my peacock look like? It wouldn't have all these things because I don't think I'd have fun drawing all these things. But I would draw in terms of thinking of what do I enjoy to color. What do I want to color? Okay, I want pink in here. So, and certain things fit certain coloring moods too. So, because I definitely don't always feel like coloring things like this. I can say like I often don't feel like coloring things like this. But I'm learning things from it about the way I like to color, about the way I do color, like noticing like how with this book I'm very painterly about how I color. It reminds me and my head goes into a space like when I'm painting. It seems to be the only way I can deal with this book. And I'm not sure how to explain that at all, but I feel it in my head, like when I'm in it, when I'm really connected to it, when I start connecting to it, that's how that's what happens. Because that's how these things happened initially. That was the only way I could do it. I had to jump in and just make marks. Never mind what they look like, just make the marks. Then look at it and then like make more marks. I couldn't think of it as filling in these spaces with color was not how I could approach it at all. I couldn't approach it that way. That stressed me out. Out. And so I have to recognize whenever I approach this book or any of the mythographic books, that's the way I need to approach it. Kind of painterly, not fill in the images, but you know, painting, putting down marks with color. Color. Sorry, having problems with my throat and my speech with brackets. So I've been looking at my sketchbooks to see which ones can handle watercolor the best. Which ones might be able to handle heavy body acrylics, because I think I'm going to do some experimentation with that to see if I can use them actually in coloring books. And the thing I'm thinking of with using heavy body acrylics in coloring books is that it automatically is vibrant color from the get-go. I think it's definitely not a matte color. I know that much. So I know they don't have the vibrancy compared to oil paints. But then that's the other thing that I started thinking of after a day of thinking about using heavy body acrylics in coloring books. I thought about, well, heck, I got a whole bunch of oil paints, tubes and tubes and tubes, big tubes, long tubes, like really long, like as wide as this book, basically, this mythographic book. Um, used up mostly. I don't know. There might be some that are unopened. And those really give vibrant color. And I could probably use them even without the oil, without any oil. And what would that do in a coloring book or on a coloring page? Experimenting. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. So one thing I had to think about with this page is, how am I doing this background and what am I doing it with? What's the best thing to use? Because, not my skill set. Not my skill set. What time is it? Is it an hour yet? Yep, we got an hour. Do I have any more of this guy I want to do? Or do I want to leave it here? And see, I just took this pink and put it here. Why did I put it here? I don't know. It was in my hand. I looked at it and I thought, yeah, this could handle pink, and just did it. No thought. Just like, it's like whatever side of my brain does painting, when it comes out, it just goes. It doesn't think, it just goes. And I kind of like that, actually. I guess that's one reason why I color. And that's how I relax. So it's working. It's working. I'm relaxing. Yay. I was hoping the people I talked to on the phone today are having the same experience. Because I could tell they were having a stressful morning. And I felt myself, like I was going to go into homegirl mode. And it's like, what are you going to do that for? They're already having a rough day. And if they're just being a bee, even still, doesn't mean you should be. So, yeah, a little bit of prayer. Step off. Step off the gas. Step into Jesus. And yeah, sometimes it's interesting when doing that. And this one woman, I could hear, she kind of settled down when I did that. You know, immediate de-escalation in both our tones, but one of us had to like be willing to, no, I'm going to choose my better self, even though I'm stressed out, even though whatever, even though I'm annoyed. I'm just not giving into it. I ain't giving into it today. Get mad at getting mad. Hey, there's something new. And see what happens. And what happened was mission accomplished. We got to accomplish what we needed to do. And hopefully she's having a better day. Oh, that's grass. I got to do my sketching today, speaking of grass. Oh my god, I did my warrior sketches. I'm not going to judge them, but I wish I did them late, and I wish I hadn't. Well, I don't really care, to be honest. It's just an everyday sketching challenge. It's like there's no heat there. But I was thinking that really to have a reference and draw from a reference would be good. I can show you what I did. It's pretty funny, I think. And I just realized, I don't know how to do that. But that's okay. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And today, so yesterday was Warriors. That's the one I'm on. I happen to be on. And today is Pirates. And I was like, oh no. We gonna be there again. So I don't know. I'm just gonna approach like I approach the coloring. Whatever comes out, comes out. Pirates. But then I don't know. It can be whatever comes to mind when I think of pirates too. So you can think of that as well. It doesn't have to be a pirate necessarily. But I think I'm gonna try just because I never tried to draw a pirate before. I'll find a good reference maybe and draw from that. Sketch from that. Try and do it fast. Fast. Let's see. Do I want that? Did I put pink here? I didn't, but I'm gonna. So I don't think I want it necessarily to be dark. So like I said, I want variation in these so you have some depth so everything isn't the same. I like that so much better. So much better. Wow. Thank you, Caran D'Ache. Thank you, Lord, for making me buy them, enabling me to buy them, because that made the difference. It's like sometimes you don't know what a page needs, and you ask all these questions, all these questions. This page needed Caran D'Ache Pablo's. It really did. It really did. So I'm interested now to see what happens with the tree when I work on that, which is when I don't know when that's going to be. I just got to be honest. I don't know when, but I liked doing this. That made all the difference. And I'm looking at it and I can't believe I colored that. That's what I'm thinking. I can't believe I colored that. Who did that? Wow. Wow. Okay. Bubble says, I'm trying to practice not matching someone's energy. It can be so hard sometimes, yeah. Especially when you know you're a good person and you didn't start with the foolish behavior. Yeah, yep, it can be. I don't know. You know, I've been like kind of an even tempered kind of person, but yeah, I can get pushed to my limit. And if I have too much stress going on, like a lot going on, it just things will automatically just come out. And I have always, since I was 15 years old, I've had a mouth as far as swearing, like, but I can keep that under control around other people, but like, or in public and things and in professional situations or whatever. But, um, Yeah, I find that a lot, and this has been like something I think I've been going through for like the past couple years, maybe. It's like just this because because I am a Christian, so I've been thinking of it as like, okay, like how it says, I don't know the right scripture or whatever. There's like when it talks about putting on Christ, so you can put on, as far as being a put on, like faking a poser, or you can just say, you know, Jesus, I cannot do this on my own. I want to punch this motherfucker out. Sorry, I swear, I just do. And I sometimes do when I pray too. I'm just real, okay? So it's like you got to help me because that's all I want to do right now. And so I think of it in my head like drawing a circle. I've asked him for help, and now, okay, now I'm going to allow him to help. And when I do that, I've seen some really like things. Well, just the simple fact that I didn't respond how I felt like I wanted to respond, not happen. It doesn't happen. I was like, how did that not happen? Because like I really wanted to do that. But I feel a change in my mindset. I feel a change in me, in my approach. And yeah, that's been something I've been experiencing like over the past year and a half, and it's been really interesting. I was like, wow. So like I can't do it, and I know I can't do it, and I feel you and watch you do it for me. So then the thing is, then you got to work against times when you really do want to punch somebody out, or you really do want to tell them off, and like you really want to really bad, and you don't. You're leaning more towards doing that than wanting to do the right thing because you feel like they really deserve it. They deserve for me to tell them off. Yeah, that becomes like that's when you go up another level, trying to work on it. I don't know. It's continuing process, and I tell you, working with the public, I did that for a long time, and that really taxes your patience and um long suffering probably is the word for it because man, some of the public is just insufferable. So yeah. So yeah, I got stories, boy. I got stories. I have a whole lot of stories for working with the public. Oh my god. Um, but anyway, so that's pretty much it for today, I guess. I don't know. I might be on later, maybe. It depends on what else I get done during my day and where the direction where it seems to be going. Um, be on the lookout for my Mandela Monday video because I'm gonna go and like get some more coffee and then edit that. I don't know how long it's gonna take for it to be available because it depends on YouTube and how quick they let me in to edit, and then how quick they make the edit available. So, and I may or may not do it as a premiere. It depends. Um, so, yeah. So that's it for today. I swear I'm looking at this page and thinking who did this because I can't believe I did that. I'm amazed. These guys made a difference. They really did. They really, really did. So, that's it for now. And I hope you all have a good rest of your morning and a good afternoon. 5 minutes to noon over here. Take care. Take care, Bubbles. Hey, Yuki. Bye, Yuki.